Hello and welcome to True Rescue. I am so thankful that you're tuning in on a Christmas Eve to watch this video. I actually recorded this video like 2 years ago. Didn't know what I was doing, so bear through it. It's kind of cringy. I mean, I still don't know what I'm doing. Okay, let's just be honest. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the video and I hope you have a fantastic Christmas. Remember the meaning for the season. Enjoy time with friends and family because time is precious and you never know when it's going to hit. Okay? So enjoy those around you. Have a very Merry Christmas. God bless you. Enjoy the video. Leave a comment below telling me how bad it was. I mean, the end result's well worth it. Let's get into it.
What's up, you beautiful people? Welcome back. Today, we're going to bring this 1973 Ford 1000 light-duty use tractor back around. Okay? Needs a touch up here, there, and a little bit back there. But anyway, we're going to go through it all, and I'm going to bring you along with me. I've owned this tractor for about a year or so now. I actually use this tractor quite often. So it does run. So we're not reviving it. We're just reviving the look. And what we're looking for, this is what we're looking for. If you're on farmersonly.com, and this is in your profile picture, you want the ladies to look back and go, yep, that's a good looking tractor. That's all we're looking for. We're not looking for perfection. So let's get after it. Welcome back to Tree Row Rescue. Now, let's take a look around this old beauty. I've already kind of been working on it a little bit. I had to make this piece here, and I'll kind of show you what I did. We'll come back to that. But yeah, this is, you know, the tires are okay. They got inner tubes in them. Why? How do I know? Because I put them in there. But it's a good looking, good running tractor. It's got good bones, that's for sure. These tires here, obviously, there's a little bit of a problem. You know, that's a little close. I don't have new tires for it yet, but there will be some coming. You know, I'm sure that has something to do with the bad wheel bearing down there. Don't know, haven't had it up in the air yet. Overlooked the mess of the garage, I've been busy. It's 12 volt system. The lights are 6 volt, so I'm gonna have to get a capacitor for that. Or resistor, there we go, capacitor. Let's see. Model number A1012T, serial number U100, so that is in the class of the 73 to 76, I think. Made in Japan, whatever, is what it is. And it's got a 2-liter diesel, so you know it won't die. But I haven't messed with this thing really at all. I just bought it and just started using it. I got my little, you know, over the seas box blade back there for a little bit of work that I do. But I use this tractor to move cars around back and forth, to and fro, in and out of the garage. If it ain't cat, it's a dog, whatever, sure. Fenders, they're in okay shape. There's some damage here, you know, whatever. We're gonna make it a little pretty. I got some better lights. And we're going to paint it, we're going to make it look pretty, we're going to go through it, we're going to kind of service it a little bit. But that's what we're doing today for this tractor. We're going to make it look pretty again. There we are, hopefully. Anyway, I'm going to start by basically removing absolutely nothing and backing it out and pressure washing it, because it's a little on the dirty side. It's alive. Duck. as you can see right here, here's one of the main reasons why I need to go through and rewire the whole thing. That's not supposed to be like that. Got a little warm. And yeah, because that's, anyway, yeah, there you go. That's hideous and terrible. And why is this so big? Why? What's the reason? Why is that ground got to be, is this for a dozer? Why is that there? Why does that do that? What do you say the chances are of this busting this loose? I don't know how long it's been since it's been off. Let's try it. What do you think? Did it do it? No. Oh, let's try again. I'm going the right way. I was going the wrong way. Backwards. Now it's really tight. Not tight enough. Look at that. That was surprisingly simple. I wonder if the other way would go. Works a lot better if you go the right direction. Let me waddle over here. Let's get this hood off here. I can't see. I'm on it. I'm on it. No. I'm on it now. Yeah. Here we go. Right off. I'm really surprised. That's cool. That can go that side. One-handed. Hit. Okay. The stud stayed in there. Yeah, yep. The bushing is still in there. Look at that. So as far as painting the hood, what I want to do is I want to start out really coarse, and then I'm going to work my way down to probably a 2000 grit, just because I want the hood to look good. Why? Because it's the focal point of the whole tractor, right? So I'm really going to take my time on the hood. I'm going to start out with an auto sander, just burn, knock all of the garbage off of it first, and come back and block sand it. I sand it with my hand. I'll use the whole palm of my hand, or all 4 fingers, versus, you know, just 2 or 3, nice and flat, smooth, going the same direction. That way all of my lines are in the same direction, and whenever I come back with my 2000, I'll be able to take all those away. And then the paint that I got kind of helps cover it up, because it's tractor paint. Tractor paint is really tough, man. You can even paint your vehicle with tractor paint. It ain't got to be perfect, but it'll look like it. Okay, I want to get started. This is going to be loud. Well, things got a little escalated. Had to go and resort to the 1 grit to get a lot of this chip paint and everything off of it. And then I went over to the 340 or 40 grit. Sorry. 40 grit to kind of really scuff some things up. Now to smooth it out, I'm going down to a 400 grit. This will get rid of all those deep scratches. I should go to 600 first and then wet sand it, but I'm not going to do that. I want to make things a little harder on me. So yeah, and I'm using the edge of my palm, not, that way it's an even surface. Kind of going in the same direction. Just going to get as much of those score marks out of it as possible. Level it off. Get a even playing field here. And this is a really long process. Like I said, a nice 40 footer. That's all the sanding work and stuff that we did for that. Not going to be anything beautiful. I mean, there's still lots of imperfections. I got to mask all of this off and paint the white on there. But it looks a lot better than it did, huh? As far as this, I mean, nice 40 footer is what we're looking for. Still got to remove the rear tires, paint the rear wheels, paint the rear fenders, clean them up. But I mean, she's starting to look like a new tractor. A nice good looking tractor from somewhat of a distance. I was working on this side. I mean, coming along nicely. Nice Ford blue. These are going to be white. The wheels are going to be white. Here's kind of the wheel. Not bad. So, it's coming along. Here's a little update. Oh, and here's the dash. Like I said, it's not perfect. Oh, let me undo this. My amazing cut-in work. There we go. Look at that. Is that paint? No, it's a flake. Okay. Original dash. That's kind of cool. See, we still have our imperfections here. I didn't want to get rid of all of the imperfections. Well, I got to paint some more on that. That's going to drive me crazy. But anywho, here's the inspection cover. That'll go right back into place. That'll go boop, right back in. Yeah, looking good. Now I got to start all of the wiring once all this dries. Bezel, and it's got this embroidered Ford across the front. And man, I've spent hours with a Dremel getting all of this paint. Let me find a piece of it. This paint out of here. There's a good piece. If I can get it. There it is. This is what came out of here. That's part of the F. See that? Part of the F. Taking a Dremel, just it's like an oil paint or something, or paint that was frozen or something like that. Anyway, it looked horrible. So what I'm doing, it's kind of a quick, dirty way to do it, but also very efficient, is I got me a piece of masking tape here. And I'm going over the raised edge. Mind you, this only works on raised edges as long as you're careful. And I'm taking this light grit 220 sandpaper, and I'm just going over all of my edges, being careful not to drop into where I don't want to paint, because I want to paint this Ford, F-O-R-D, on here. I want to paint that red. So what I'm doing is I'm also making sure that the outline is correct. And I'm sanding this down very gently. And whenever I go to peel this off, watch this. Get your razor knife. Here, get in here and look. Watch this. Ready? Okay. So, see how I've sanded that? You see all the silver? I want to come in here, a razor knife, and just pick it clean. being cautious to make sure that it's ripping clean. Look at that. Press down, and I can take my sandpaper and go over it a little bit more if I want to refine the edge, but I'm also covering the center of the O and the center of the R. Just a quick, simple tip can save you a lot of time on masking embossed items if you're okay with doing a little bit of sanding for it. Like, see, I got to do it a little bit better than this. See that? See how it's not silver down around here in the R? So I'm going to take my sandpaper again on the R and just go over it. I'm only applying a tiny bit of pressure because I don't want to go into my recess on the outside of this lettering, because then I got to start all over. Let me do that to the D too. Hush, Tim, I heard you. Torx bits are going to be in that drawer. And if they're not there, look in the screwdriver drawer for a blue container. There's an assortment of Torx and specialty and non-tamper. Jaden's working on cleaning something up on his own there. There we go. Now I'm going to peel it off. I'm getting a razor knife so I don't screw this up. Nice and easy. Keep a low profile whenever you peel. Hanging up on something. There we go. There's the R. Now, you could save these if you wanted to go back over and do the white again, but I'm not going to. I kind of like the way that this looks, so I'm going to keep it that way. But if you wanted to, you could save these and put them back in. Then you can change your edges. Anyway, there's that. Now, here we go. All right, can you see everything just fine? Yeah, I got some of the tires off, taking care of the wheels. On my switch, I remember, I have my switch that is my ground. It's connecting and disconnecting ground. And then I have my hot coming from the battery to the fuse panel, out to the lights in a safe routing, and then flip switch, lights. Look at that, 6-volt lights, Butamus. So now, there's our Ford. Give you a clear view here in a little while. Starting to get a little late, might be supper time. I think that's as far as I can go this evening. I'm gonna hit it bright and early in the evening whenever I get back home from work. So, front end looks pretty good though, don't it? Give it about 40, 50 feet. Looks good. Looks good sitting here. Anywho, all right, let me go grab some grub. All right, so after a week of thrashing on this old girl, in the evenings, that is, and late nights, I'm finally finishing it up. Today, you get to finally see this thing almost 100% complete. I say that because I don't have my decals yet. They're coming, and I'll put a post out about it once it's there. Should be done in the next week or so. But in the meantime, I'm ready to start using this sucker again. And man, it looks good. I think you're going to be happy about it. This is a zip tie gun. If you don't have one, get one. They're worth their weight in gold. See, watch this. The worst thing about zip ties is if you cut them with your diagonals, you can cut, these things are sharp. But with a zip tie gun, cuts it flush, and you ain't got to worry about cutting yourself if you're working on it, and there's one that you can't see. Okay, now, so I've got it finished up enough to where I can start using it, even though the decals ain't here. I'm excited, okay? I'm anxious. I want to get after it. So, you guys go outside, and I'll back this old girl out. Fire right off. with fuel on. There we go. What do you think? Wanna come walk around it? We're seeing this out in the sunlight together for the first time. Look at it. That's a good looking 40 footer. Got my box plate on there because my bush hog hasn't gotten here yet. Look at that rig. So, after thrashing on, I mean, I think it looks good. Mind you, the decals will be done here in about a week or so. But just take a look at that tractor. Heck of a difference from before and after. Motor's been kind of cleaned up. The whole thing. You want to go put it to work? We got working lights. I know it's daylight, can't watch. I put the lights on the circuit, and the way I did this was I went, this is a ground. This is activating a ground. And what I have under here comes in, and I revamped the whole fuse bank. So, and yeah, I painted my cables because, well, everything's got to be the same color. That way, whenever I am diagnosing a wiring problem, all the wires are all the same color. But yeah, it's going in. The headlights are 6 volt, and these, I have a switch over here for me to turn them on and off. I mean, you can kind of see that they're on. Got a yellow, caution yellow, and a red over there on that side. And as far as headlights go, for 6 volts at night, those things are bright. But I mean, look at that. Look at that end result. Just phenomenal. Let's go put it to some work.